Good morning. I have already went for a walk, did my workout, finished my morning routine, breakfast, had a shower, gotten ready for the day, and it's not even 9:30 yet. It's been a while since I updated you guys about my Calcaneus heel, so I thought we're just gonna have a little chat. As you can tell, I'm already fully active. I walk every day. I don't run. I'm not a runner, so I can't attest to that. In terms of pain wise, I don't have pain. I have very minimum discomfort, as in I was told that I should expect arthritis in my left ankle. That's just the way it is. But I don't know if I'm noticing that it's arthritis or not, but there is a little bit of tightness, and maybe soreness. There's no pain. So I don't need to take any pain medication or apply any pain ointment. The discomfort goes away if I walk a little bit too much each day. Like at night, if I rest, the next morning it's gone. So it's not a lingering kind of soreness that I have to address. In terms of range of motion, I do have my range of motion. I wouldn't say it's not 100% if I compare to my right foot. Happy the way it is, because I don't practice the kind of yoga I used to practice anymore that requires a massive range of motion. And I'm happy these days doing what I do: strength training, Pilates. I do some yoga, but not the kind that requires a lot of extensive range. And I also walk every day. My lifestyle is not being impeded at all, and bear in mind it's only 8 months after my surgery. When I first had a consult with my surgeon before my surgery, he knew that I was a yoga teacher and he was concerned that I would not be able to teach anymore. But that is not a decision because of my left heel. I was on sabbatical from yoga teaching when I was in Chiang Mai and when the accident happened. So I was in a place where I really wanted to take a break or change my career. I can't say that this happened for a reason, but it did happen. The fact that I'm not back in yoga teaching is not because of my heel. It's because the yoga teaching career has come to a phase, at the tail end of its phase. I'm happy for yoga to be part of my life in a more recreational way, but not in a professional way. That's the physical part of the update. I haven't really spoken about the mental part of my injury. Yes, the first 3 months since the injury was bad, I was in a very low place. I was probably alone about 90% of the time. Yes, I was in Singapore. Yes, my family and friends were there, but everybody has work, and I was also living alone. About a month in after my surgery, I had a little accident. I went to the toilet, and at that point in my injury, I was in the moon boots, so I was still non-weight bearing. I was getting myself around the house with the crutches and wearing the moon boots. So that day when it happened, I went to the toilet. I was trying to use the toilet, and as I got up from the toilet and I needed to flush, my hands slipped, and as I went to press the button to flush the toilet, my other hand, which is my right hand, slipped on the sink. I think I had my clutches with me, and I slipped and I fell head first onto a hook on the wall, and the hook has a pointy corner, and I slit the top part of my right eyebrow. That was a really, really scary part, my recovery, and I would say a setback. I cried a lot. I was so scared. I was alone. I called my sister straight away, and they all came to my rescue. I had stitches done on my face. I was crying, and in the evening when it all finished, I went back home, and I had a friend who came over and consoled me, and patted every sharp corner of the house. I'm very grateful for support. So yeah, that was the little setback I had. It was enough to cause a lot of fear in me, and I was devastated, I must say. I was actually looking back, I felt like I was in a race to to recover as quick as possible. It's almost as if like I have something to prove. And thinking back, I think that was quite a limiting belief that I have, and that worked to my disadvantage, I must say. But very quickly, since that little accident, I came down from my high horse and I realized that actually healing doesn't look like that. Healing is personal and is very individual. I shouldn't compare myself with someone else who is going through roughly the same thing as I am and be competitive about it. I have no one to prove except to myself. Since that little accident, I learned to be very soft with myself. I'm compassionate about myself, for myself as well, and I don't beat myself up for anything. I must say that the physical part of the injury was the easiest part to heal. It was the mental part that was the hardest. I think this accident happened for a reason, because up until then I was looking at myself in a fragmented way. I didn't recognize myself. I wasn't my actual self. That solitude in that 3 months really gave me a lot of perspective of what kind of person I am and what I'm capable of. I don't want to say this, but I must thank my injury. It sounds very cliche. Every day I wake up, I thank the universe for granting me with this ability to walk. I also realized that I am also hyper independent. When I chose to live with myself in the beginning phase of the recovery, it was obvious that I needed a lot of help. Even showering and going to the toilet, going to the toilet was just a monumental task. Like I need to prepare myself mentally. I told myself, no, I can do this. I can do this. Not that I don't want to rely on anyone, but I just feel I can do it. It's a way of proving to myself that I am okay. You know, what happened. We learn the lesson and not take the hurt and not take the pain.